मोगाच्या भुरग्यांनो तुमकां सगल्यांक माय मोगाचे उपकार. आमची सुरकींची आवय मारिया तिच्या जल्माचो दीस लागीं पावता आनी हे 9 दिसांची तयारी आमी तुमचे मुखार वी आर गोइंग टू प्रेझेंट टू यू पोर्ट्रेट्स ऑफ विमेन इन द ओल्ड टेस्टमेंट. आदल्या कोरारांतल्यो बायलो ज्यो बागयोन जिबेत जेल्यात, जांणी सोडवणीच्या कामांत आपलो आधार दिला, सहकार दिला, तांचे वयर तुमकां धाकटलो नियाळ करून तुमचे मुखार आमी दवरता.
When Abraham wanted a wife for his son Isaac, he sent his servant to the faraway land of his ancestors to pick a suitable girl from among his relatives. The servant waits at the well just outside town, and troubled by the task at hand, prays to God the Lord Almighty. And lo and behold, there comes Rebekah, the beautiful daughter of Bethuel, son of Abraham's brother Nahor. The Bible in Genesis chapter 24 describes her as a beautiful young woman, a virgin, so full of life and positive energy. She happily gives water to the stranger, that was Abraham's servant, and offers to water his camels too. Now we must understand that this is no easy task. The desert wells are deep and one has to walk many steps down to get to the water. Besides, there are 10 camels and each drinks up gallons of water. Here we see Rebekah's generosity and kindness, even to strangers and animals. After coming to know that it is the will of God, Rebekah willingly went with Abraham's servant to become Isaac's wife. Going from northern Mesopotamia to Canaan, that's about 500 miles, to marry a man she has never met before. So much faith, so much courage and decisiveness, only to follow God's will. The story of Isaac and Rebekah is such a cutely romantic, exciting love story that is real. Scripture tells us that Isaac loved Rebekah, and she was his consolation as he grieved for his mother Sarah. They were a couple deeply in love with each other and fiercely faithful to each other. Although they were childless for 20 years, Isaac never took another wife. Neither did Rebekah send any of her slaves to her husband, as was the done thing at that time, as begetting children was considered very, very important. They teach us much about the sacredness of marriage and how it is important to be true and trust in God against all odds. When Rebekah did conceive after 20 years of marriage, she is faced with a difficult pregnancy. She takes her troubles to God, and He tells her that 2 rival nations are within her womb, one stronger than the other, and that the older will serve the younger. The story of Rebekah has a beautiful beginning, as she is always focused on obeying God and doing His will. It brought a lot of love and fulfillment into her life, as it does with us when we do the will of God. But when her twin sons grew up, she is in somewhat of a hurry for God to fulfill His promise of making her younger son and her favorite one, Jacob, more powerful than his brother Esau. So she devises a deceptive plan of impersonation and gets the old blind Isaac to give all his blessings to Jacob. In the process, she brings great misery upon herself. The story of Rebekah has great lessons for us. It teaches us to surrender to God's will unconditionally and believe that no matter what, God always fulfills His promises in His time and in His own ways. I should never be a spoke in the wheel of God's plans. That was the story of Rebekah, the mother of Jacob, the great nation Israel, God's chosen people.
Mohon Bapak and Putak ani pawitr atmiak.
We are a moment, you are forever, Lord of the ages, God before time. We are a vapor, you are eternal, love everlasting, reigning on high. You are the healer, Jesus Redeemer, mighty to save. You are the love song we'll sing